Okay, it's been a couple days since our last Palantir update, so I figured, hey, the stock's down like 40, 50 bucks a share from where it was just a couple days ago. I figured, hey, let's break it down, go over the charts, talk about where my head's at, what I'm looking to do as I do own the stock. 20 bucks a share average cost, right? So let's dive into it. Hit the like button, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to do it. And of course, check out the Patreon if you want to keep up with what I'm doing in my portfolio week in, week out, Discord, portfolio updates, chart breakdowns, all of that. It's on Patreon. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure you guys join. There's a lot of value there. And now let's just get into it, man. So Palantir, what a freaking ride it has been, right? What a ride it's been. I mean, the company reported record numbers, which we're not going to get too deep into. That's old news. You know that. The company reported record numbers a couple days ago. EPS, revenue, commercial business, you know what I mean? They killed it across the board, right? And the stock has been down and out since, especially after that big pop. We saw that big pop and we were all like, oh, here we go. We're going to 250 like Jim Cramer said, right? And, well, it was downhill since, or from there. You know what I mean? Maybe Jim Cramer shouldn't have said anything about Palantir. I kind of wish he didn't say anything about Palantir. But it's been downhill since. You can see 222 down now to 173. We're down $48. Pretty much 50 bucks a share, 21%. And that's all we're down. And you might be like, Stas, all we're down, 21%. That's a lot. Well, for a stock that's gone up 1,000%, it's not that serious. It's not that bad. This is a stock that is still very much holding an uptrend. Now, let's say if it was completely free falling under this trend, right? Let's say we were falling down to 150, 140, 130. Yeah, that would be awful on the charts. But check it out. Yes, we're under the 50 and the 180 moving averages on the 4-hour, but we're still maintaining this trend line. And you'll notice Palantir has seen many big drawdowns like this in the past where it's gone under the moving averages for an extended period of time. Most notably here recently, all of August into September, we saw a big sell-off. Well, actually, the sell-off was in the middle of August. We went from 190 down to about 140. And for a good month, we were under these moving averages. And guess what? The dip got bought up and we went to new all-time highs. So I'm not saying for sure that's going to happen again here, but you have to realize and ask yourself, why is Palantir stock selling off? Why? What's going on? Is it because they had bad numbers? Is it because Alex Karp was on CNBC, doing what he was doing with his pen, you know what I mean? Or is it because Michael Burry, the guy that throws poop on the wall and sees what sticks, right? Or is it because of him? Which is, I think, baseless, honestly. Well, I mean, you could argue AI's in a bubble, but do you realize Michael Burry literally does exactly what I just said? Yeah, he called The Big Short 2008, the movie about him, awesome, great, phenomenal, right? But if you pay attention to his 13F filings and you cover what he actually does, which I do, part of what I do is keeping up with that stuff, right? You notice that every freaking quarter this guy's putting on new trades. He had puts on every Chinese stock a couple quarters ago while also owning shares. Then before that, he was short God knows what. I mean, he's an active investor trader every single quarter, every month for all we know. He's in and out of stocks, switching up his top holdings, and I guarantee you, I would put my life savings on this, that he's already out. This guy 45 days ago, because you have to realize 13F filings, they're from the last 45 days, whatever, right? I guarantee you he's out of these positions because he put the positions on, the puts on NVIDIA and Palantir, and then the news comes out, the narrative is like, oh my God, the big short guy, Michael Burry, he predicted the housing crash. Now he's predicting the AI bubble crash, right? And it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, if you will. Now everybody's like, oh, it's Burry, it's the AI bubble, it's popping, and then it pops, quote unquote, and now he gets out of the puts. That's how this works. He's not in the positions anymore, right? There's no shot. I guarantee you. I'm willing to bet my life savings, and we'll come back to this in a month or two. And if I'm wrong, I'll put my life savings on Tesla puts or something. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. But I guarantee it, man. Now that Palantir is down to 170, it's down 20% from highs. You think he's still in those puts? No, he is not in those puts anymore. No shot. Same thing with Nvidia, right? So you're kind of getting where I'm coming from here. This is nothing to panic about. It's not. And sure, you could argue that AI, Nvidia, Palantir, they're overvalued. You could make that argument, but we're not in an environment right now where things are just going to go belly up. Sure, a black swan event could happen, but when it comes to AI, I just don't see this bubble bursting right now because of the big short guy, Michael Burry, who throws crap against the wall. He's making another big bet in order to fulfill his self-fulfilling prophecy to make money on his own. I'm not buying it because that's what's going on right now, guys. And the charts prove it, The stocks are still looking great. Nvidia had a blow-off top rally, which we called out, by the way, to 212. Now we're pulling back. We're retesting that old resistance as support, which we were failing to hold or break through 180, 185 for months. Now we're maintaining it as support. This looks fine. The charts look great, and I'm happy to be wrong. If I'm wrong here and Palantir falls to $100, all right, Michael Burry, he was right again, like the Big Short 2008. But I freaking doubt it, guys. Palantir is still holding an uptrend. It's just the dirty game of Wall Street, And Burry knows what he's doing, guys. He knows what he's doing. If he didn't, or if this wasn't on purpose, he would have came out. He would have came out before he put the puts on, and he would have been like, "Yep, I'm looking to short, these stocks, or we're in an AI bubble. I'm gonna buy these puts." He didn't do that. He waited till that filing came out. He waited for the headlines to go crazy, for it to be plastered across CNBC, all these different places, causing mass hysteria, and he's profiting while people are panic selling. This is how the game works. And, the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be, and the more you're going to have control over your own investments. If you were just running like a chicken with their head cut off, listening to all these different analysts, all these short sellers, you'd be selling your portfolio every other day. So it's just, man, it kind of just grinds my gears a little bit, but Palantir's fine, Palantir's fine. We got a much needed pullback, uptrend still holding, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we started getting some, swing traders coming in, buying this dip, even some long-term investors that really believe we're going to 250 plus, they're going to start buying this dip. So at this point, man, I'm holding, I'm holding on tight. I'm not adding the dip. Maybe I'll buy some swing trade shares. We'll see. But that's the quick breakdown here on Palantir. Kind of, I didn't really have any notes for this, but I had a lot to get off my chest. And it seems like we kind of it seems like I got it all off my chest. But yeah, I'm holding. I'm not panicking. This is just, Burry doing Burry things, and he's already out of the positions. I guarantee it. We don't know for sure, but I think he is. And he made money on a big trade again, and the mass hysteria caused him to make some money. And I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's now buying the shares, right? I honestly, he probably isn't, but that's what these people do. They short the stocks, cause mass hysteria, profit on the downside, then they buy the dip. It's a sick game. But we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run the likes up. Don't forget to subscribe. Join the Patreon for my portfolio updates. And no, I don't have puts on Palantir. I don't have puts on NVIDIA. But if you're interested in that, that's linked down below. There's a Discord. I post my ideas and charts throughout the week. Check it out. Link down below. Also pinned in the comments. Or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. I'll see you guys there. And with that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of your day.